Okay, so we need foam roller, tennis ball if you've got one, and we are doing upper body, we're doing hips, lower body opening, leg stretching, leg rolling. So we start off sitting on our mats with our legs stretched out in front. So don't worry to start with too much about posture, about sitting up straight. Just focus on the seat bones. So focus on the pressure of those seat bones into the floor. So just shimmy from side to side and then come to rest. And then we're going to push this right leg away and we'll feel the seat bones change in angle, and then push the left leg away and pull the right leg back. And again, you'll feel the pelvis. You can put your thumbs on the top of your pelvis. Push that right leg forward and you feel the right pelvis tilt forward. Left one goes back and then change. If you don't feel too much movement or similarity, you will by the end. Then have those feet together. Rub those thighs. Rub over those knee joints, those kneecaps. Give them a roll. Get those thumbs down the inside edge of those knees and give them a good rub. And then take as you push the kneecap out to the outside of the leg, take those fingers on the underside of that kneecap and just rub that. And then push the kneecap over to the inside with the thumbs or with the fingers or the ball of your hand. And you can just rub on the inside of the kneecap on the underneath. And then just move those kneecaps. And then rub down the legs, thumbs down into the shins or the calves rather, fingers down in the calves. And then soften the knees. And bring your tummy right down onto your thighs. Make sure those feet are pointing straight upright. Pull that tummy forwards, stretching, and then pushing that right knee down and just pushing that left knee down. And pushing that right knee down. Keep that tummy towards the thighs and push the left knee. And then push both legs down as far as you can go. They won't go right down yet. Push out through that lower back, push out through that middle back, push out through that upper back, reaching those arms forwards, and then just release the legs, keeping so you haven't got the tension in the back of them. Just lift yourself up a little bit and pull those knees to the floor. Pull the toes up towards your nose, and then push those toes away. Lift your body vertical, pull the toes to the nose, push those toes away. Take the feet to the left, take the feet to the right. Take the feet left, take the feet right. Take them left, take them all the way around in a big circle. Do another one of those circles. And then go the other way, all the way up, all the way around. So we're moving those ankles. And then come back to center. Point those toes away. Really push them down and flex them up. And then release. So we sit ourselves upright so we can mobilize the ankle joints. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. If we're leaning forwards, then the calf tension in the calf muscle will restrict how much we turn the ankle. So we're wanting the bones of the ankle to be moving. So hands are on the floor behind, move them in towards the bum. Pull those elbows together, breathing in. On the out breath, lift that chest up to the sky, lifting it forwards and up. Pull with those heels, so we stay on those seat bones. Take that chin all the way up to the sky, pushing the chin up, stretching through the neck. And then bring that chin all the way down into the chest. Pushing up those hands, pushing those shoulders away from the ears. Pushing the arms straight, pushing the chest forward. Turn the eyes to the right side of the right leg. And lift that left ear away from that left shoulder and feel that stretch. And then release, bring the head across. Take the eyes to the left of the left leg. And then really pull that right ear away from that right shoulder, pushing those knuckles into the floor. Stretching, breathing in, breathing out. And then release that head back to center. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down, hands on the legs, breathing in. On the out breath, rolling down towards those feet, soften the knees, breathing in, and on the out breath, push those knees down into the ground. Bring yourself up to vertical. Pop that left hand on the right knee, put the right hand behind, lift and turn all the way around to the right. Big breath in, big breath out, reaching all the way around to the right. Come back to the center and turn, put that right hand, sorry, Rose was trying to come in, right hand on the left knee, left behind, and lift and turn all the way around the other way, breathing in, breathing out, and come back round to the front. Put those hands on your legs and slide them all the way forwards, breathing in, breathing out. Push those knees down into the ground, reaching forward. Sit yourself up, roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back, pop those fists on the floor, lift that chest up, pushing forwards off the chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together, breathing in, breathing out, and release. Bring those hands up in front, bring that chin into the chest and slowly roll yourself down, pushing from that pelvis first, pelvis, then lower back, all the way down, then middle back, upper back, arms all the way over the head. Arch that belly up to the sky, reaching and stretching, breathing in. And breathing out, bring those fingers up to the sky, chin into the chest, and roll yourself all the way back up, hands on those legs. Slide them all the way down to the feet, soften the knees. Breathing in, and on the out breath, push those feet away, push those knees down. Feel that stretch in the hamstring. Pull that tummy down towards those thighs, breathing in. Breathing out, sit yourself back up. Grab that roller back in. Slide the roller behind you. And we're just going to do a couple of rolls up and down on the upper back. So laying back on the roller on the bottom ribs, breathing in. Breathing out. Open that body over the roller. And then bring that chin up. Use those elbows, move the roller up a bit. Breathing in. And breathing out. Stretching that body over the roller. And bring that chin into the chest and bring yourself up. Move that roller up a little bit more, breathing in. And breathing out. Opening over. Just take hold of the head in the hands. Lift the bum off the floor. Roll the roller up towards the neck. And then down towards those bottom ribs. All the way back up towards the base of the neck. And all the way down towards those bottom ribs. And all the way up towards the base of the neck. And lean on that left side. And then all the way back up on that left. And go across to the middle. All the way down. All the way back up. And then go across onto that right side. All the way down and back up, and then down in the middle, opening that chest, pushing it all the way up to the sky, all the way down to those bottom ribs, and then all the way back to the middle, bum on the floor, bring that chin into the chest and sit yourself up. Good, sit yourself up, move that roller out of the way. Take hold of the tennis ball. If you've got a ball, if you haven't got a ball, use the end of the roller and pop the tennis ball under one butt cheek. So lifting yourself up, circles with that ball in that bum cheek. So find those areas of tension. When you find them, pull that knee up, drop that knee out to the side. Pull that knee up, drop it out to the side. Pull that knee up, drop it out to the side, and you can change the shape of your back. Roll your tummy out, roll your tummy back, which also alters the tension in the glutes. Move that ball around a little bit more, making sure you're staying on the pressure points. Push that leg out straight, pull that leg back, push it out straight. On the whole, when you have the ball closer to your center line, you want to bend and straighten your leg. On the whole, when you're using it out on the outside edge, you want to bring that knee up and down or in and out roller. So roll that ball again. finding the tension, and just massage all the way through that glute. All the way through. Any more areas of tension, you can just move that leg around. Good. And then roll it one more time. And then we're going to change sides. Put the ball over to the other side. And then roll that ball around through the glutes. On the other side, doesn't feel ever like there's much tension until you're nearly finished, and then you're like, wow, there's loads of bits. Okay, so when you're investigating, you can slow that movement down a bit, lifting that knee up, dropping it down. Lifting that knee up, dropping it down, bringing it in, bringing it out. Keep moving the ball around as soon as the tension goes. Good. Keep it moving. And then when you've done with that, roll that ball out of the way and bring that roller in. Bring that roller in, and we're going to sit on the roller. So sitting on the roller, moving forwards and backwards over that glute. Forwards and backwards. Good, so using just on one side. And then we're going to go over onto the other side. And then we're going to stay, so I've gone onto my left, and I'm going to lay on the roller so it goes up into my hip. And I'm going to gradually go over onto that left-hand side, just through that hip area. All the way around into that hip flexor, so across the top of the hip down to the top of your leg. All the way over, and I'm going to turn my toes outward and then transfer onto that right leg with those toes turned out, and then keep on rolling over. Through that hip. And then going all the way over, and you might find that the outside edge of the hip causes a referral down into that glute, down into the hamstring. So that's an area that might need a bit more attention later. And then go all the way over onto that buttock. Good. And then when you've done that, give yourself some space and get the roller on the top of the hamstring. And we're going to roll all the way down, all the way up on those hamstrings. So I'm going to turn my toes inward. And I'm actually going to lift that left foot and put it on the right leg and have that toe turned inward so I get that inner thigh. And then I'm going to let that toe turn up onto the back of the thigh, and then turning that toe over, so it's pointing out. So I've moved to lying down slightly, and then I'm going to go all the way over onto the front side of that leg, or the side of the front, and then onto the front. So be careful if you've got zippers in your trousers, because this will hurt. Go all the way onto the front. Turn that toe outward so you get the inner thigh at the front, and then go onto that left leg. So toes are turned out to start with, and then we come onto the front of the leg, and then we go all the way down the side of the leg, down the outside edge, and then over on towards the back. And then all the way over onto the back. And then we can just roll it down towards those calves. And we can roll up and down. So I'm going to start on this right leg with the leg turned outwards so I can get on the front edge of that leg. And then I'm going to turn that leg up to the sky. Turn that leg over. Join on the other leg. So I can put my foot on the roller if I want to take a bit of weight off the leg. Or I can have both legs on together. Or I can do one leg at a time. And then turn all the way over with that leg too. Okay, once you've done with that, keep that roller under your knees. Move your feet to the front edge of the mat. And move your bum down a little bit. So sitting up nice and tall, holding around those knees. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, pull them back, really squeeze them and pull that tummy forward. Put those feet flat, breathing in, lift the head to the sky. Breathing out, bring those arms up in front and then lower yourself slowly down to the mat. One vertebra at a time, all the way down. Take those arms all the way over the head. Big breath in. Big breath out, reach those arms, stretch through those shoulders, push those, let those shoulders reach up towards the ears, stretching through the ribs, take hold of the right wrist, pull that over and stretch those ribs, anchor that hip. Take hold of the left hand, stretch those hips, anchor those ribs, anchor that hip rather. Okay, roll that roller up towards the bum, bring those feet under the knees, fingertips on the roller, breathing in, roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Breathing out, push through the heels, flatten the lower back and lift that pelvis up off the ground. Bring the roller in under that lower back. So we are in a straight back. Don't want to arch in that lower back. Draw this core in and pull that pelvis down, the top edge of the pelvis down towards the roller. Roll those ears up to the shoulders up to the ears and down. Take the fingers onto the edge of the pelvis here. And we're just going to drop the right leg down to the side and push that pelvis into the roller and release. Push into the roller and release. Push the pelvis into the roller and release. Push in, release, and again, push in, release. Bring that knee up, drop that knee out to the side. Bring that knee up, drop that knee out to the side. Bring that knee up, drop that knee out. So as the knee drops out, the left side lifts up. Now we're going to push 3 pushes of that pelvis down towards the roller. Push, push, and you'll feel the pelvis will glide. You'll feel the edges of the pelvis change orientation. One more, and bring that knee back up. Okay, left side. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Draw that core in so we're protecting the lower back, and then drop that left leg down. Feel this right side lift up slightly. Bring that left leg back up. The pelvis becomes even on the roller. Drop the leg out. Pull that left side into the roller and release. Pull it in, release. Pull it in, release. 2 more. 1 more. Bring that knee back up. Feel the pelvis even out. Drop the knee out to the side again. Feel the right side lift. Bring that knee back up. Drop that knee out to the side. Drive this left hip into the roller and release. Drive in, release. Drive in, release. Bring that knee back up. Hold on to the roller. Bring the right knee up over the waist. Bring the left knee up over the waist. Bring those legs all the way up into the sky, straighten those knees, breathing in. So my legs are up at about 45 degrees, breathing out, flex those feet, point those toes, flex those feet, point those toes, circle one way, circle the other way. Push off the arms and let those feet come down over the head. Lift that roller, bring that roller in closer to the back so the bum's lifted higher in the sky. Pull those toes to the nose. Push those toes away. Push the knees up to the ceiling, tighten the thighs, make those legs straight, breathing in. On the out breath, pull those toes towards the nose. Push those toes away. Bring those feet to the floor, breathing in. Breathing out, bend those knees, release the body, Take those feet all the way back over, hold the right leg, let the left leg touch the floor, toes on the floor. Bring that right leg over to join, keep that core strong. Push off those feet, lift that bum up off the floor and move that roller out of the way. Roll the vertebra one at a time all the way down to the ground. Breathing in. On the out breath, hands out like a scarecrow, bring those feet off the floor, knees above the hip, breathing in. Drop the knees over to the left, eyes to the right. Put that left hand on that right leg and just pull that down. Push that right hand away. Breathing in, breathing out. Release that left hand, bring those legs up, drop them over to the right. Turn the eyes to the left, just pop that right hand on that left knee, pull that left leg down into the other leg. Push that left hand away. Push those eyes after that hand, keep the shoulder back and down. Breathing in, release that leg with the right hand and bring those legs back up to the sky. Bring the right knee in, bring the left knee in, hug those knees. Bring the tailbone up off the floor and release. Bring the tailbone up off the floor, bring the nose to the knees and release. Bring the tailbone up off the floor, nose to the knees and release. Now push that tailbone hard into the ground. Roll those shoulders up to the ears. Push those shoulder blades in the floor and slide them down. Push those top ribs on the ground, middle ribs, bottom ribs, lift that lower back. Feel how you have to change the shape of your back from where it wanted to sit. So now we lengthen the head away from the tailbone. Hold those knees into the chest. Bend those hip joints without letting the tailbone lift up. Let that left leg go out to straight. Push the left leg away and pull that right leg in. Stretch through that groin. Breathing in, don't let the lower back flatten. Breathing out, pull that right leg in. So we're stretching that hip joint. Bring that right knee over the body. Take that right hand away. Keep the right shoulder down. Push the left leg away from the top of the head. Breathing in, breathing out. Push those hands and feet away from each other, stretching, breathing in, breathing out, pushing those hands, pushing those feet, pushing those knees, lengthening, stretching through the ribs, taking the breastbone up to the sky, and then release back onto your back. Bring that right knee in, push the tailbone down, make sure that lower back slightly lifted, make sure the upper ribs are all on the floor. And then release that right leg out straight. Take the hands over the head. Reach those fingers away from the toes, breathing in. And then bring the hands up to the sky and bring that left knee in. Push the tailbone down. Push the right foot away from the top of the head. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Make sure all those ribs are on the ground. Make sure the lower back slightly lifted, pulling that left knee in. Resisting the lower back from flattening, pulling that left knee in, stretching through the groin. Bring that left leg all the way over the body, breathing in, looking over to the left side of those eyes, breathing out, bringing that left knee to the floor, turning those ribs, bringing the breastbone to the sky, trying to turn the tummy button to the sky, pushing that left hand away, pushing that right leg away, breathing in. Breathing out, pushing that left ear to the floor. And then release back onto the back. Take hold of that left knee, pull it in, align your back again. Top ribs, middle ribs, bottom ribs, all on the floor. Lower back slightly lifted, pushing that right foot away, pulling that left knee up. Breathing in, breathing out. Release that right leg out straight. Take the hands all the way over the head. Reach those fingers away from the toes, breathing in on the out breath. Hands to the sky, chin into the chest, and roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Hands on those legs, reaching all the way forward towards those feet. Soft knees. Breathing in, push that right knee down and release. Push that left knee down and release. Push both knees down and release. Sitting up nice and tall, bring those arms up to horizontal and then lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Take those arms all the way over the head. Reach the fingers from the toes and then bring the arms all the way back down by the side. Bring the right knee in, bring the left knee in. Roll those shoulders back and down, push those ribs on the floor, lift the lower back and let those knees drop apart. Holding those legs apart. Push those knees into the arms, pushing those shoulders down towards the waist. Breathing in, breathing out, focusing on that neutral spine. Chin into the chest if you need to lengthen the neck and then bring the eyes up to the sky. Make sure those ribs are on the floor, pushing those knees into the arms. Breathing in. On the out breath, release the push and spread those legs further. Take that right leg straight in the sky. Take that left leg straight in the sky. Point those toes, circles with those feet one way. Circles with those feet the other way. Pull the toes to the nose. Point those toes away. Pulling those legs apart, release the ankles, and then pull those knees as if you're bringing them together without moving them. Breathing in. On the out breath, release. Make sure that lower back's not flattened into the ground. Bend those knees and bring those legs back in. Take those hands to the sky, draw in the core. Take that right foot down to the floor without flattening the lower back and lift. Take the left foot down to the floor and lift. Take the right foot down to the floor, lengthen it out straight on the floor or a few centimeters above. Bring that leg back in. Take that left leg down to the floor, slide it out straight and bring it back in. Take that right foot down towards the floor, straighten it out and bring it back in. Take that left foot down to the floor, straighten it out. Bring it back in. Take both feet down to the floor. Straighten both legs out using the floor if you want. And then bring both legs back in. Bring both legs up. Breathing in on the out breath, take both legs out straight, clenching with the bum as you lengthen. And bring both legs back in, keeping the torso strong. Shoulders, pull those shoulders into the floor, take both legs out. Lengthen both legs out straight, pushing them, clenching with the bum, and bring both legs back in. Take both legs down to the floor, straighten them out, leave them there, chin into the chest, and roll yourself all the way back up to sitting. Hands on the legs, breathing in, rolling all the way forwards, and then pushing those knees down into the ground. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Bend your knees in, put the soles of the feet together. Walk those feet towards the crutch. Hold on to it around those toes. Pull that body up into that neutral position, coming onto that middle bottom. Breathing in, lift that chest up high. Pull those knees down to the ground. Breathing in, lift that chest up high. Breathing out, pull those knees down to the ground. Bring that chest up high. Pull those knees down to the ground. Rock from side to side. Lifting that chest up. Breathing in. On the out breath, release those legs out straight. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Put the fists on the floor and reaching that chest forward. And then releasing those arms and swing those legs around. Come onto all fours. Come onto all fours. Hands are under the shoulders. Knees are under the hips. Keeping those legs hip distance apart. Keeping those, pulling those knees slightly apart from each other on the mat. So that you're engaging the glutes. Turning the inside of the elbows forward. So we engage those shoulder blades. Turn the toes so that they're 10 toes down. Turn the tailbone down to the floor, up, back comes up, eyes come down. Turn that tailbone up to the sky, belly comes down, eyes come up. Turn that tailbone down, back comes up, eyes come down. Turn that tailbone up, belly down, eyes come up. Turn the pelvis so it's in the neutral position. Roll those shoulders back to the ears and down. Glide that body backwards, bending at that hip joint, keeping in neutral. Pull the knees apart and lift that body back up from the glutes. Glide that body backwards, stretching through that hip. Really trying to get that tummy down towards the thighs. Pull those knees apart and lift that body back up using those glutes. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off the toes, knees off the ground, come up into the down dog. So to start with, don't worry about your knees, soft knees. Hands are on the floor, armpits down towards those toes, tummy towards the thighs. My knees are quite bent. Push that right knee back away from you, heel to the ground, and release. Push that left knee back away from you, heel to the ground, and release. Push that right leg back, heel goes to the ground, keeping the right knee pointing towards the right hand. Push that left knee back. Both knees are back, pushing that tummy to the thighs, armpits towards those toes. Stretching. Roll onto the outside of those feet. Roll onto the inside of those feet. Knees are come together. Pull those knees apart, come onto the outside of the feet. Feel where middle is. Push up onto those toes, spread those toes. Roll onto the outside on the little toe. Roll over onto the big toe. Find the middle of the ball of the feet. Lower the heels down. Find center. Push your tummy button, push back off your hands, armpits towards those toes. Straighten those legs, lift that right knee up into the air. Bend that right knee, drop the foot down behind, knee up in front. Stretch through that psoas muscle. Keep that left knee pointing to the left hand. And then swing that right leg through in between your hands. Stretching that right hip, that left leg backwards. Stretching through that hip. Lower that glute, the groin towards the floor. Push that chest forward. Reaching, stretching. Breathing in. Breathing out. Drop that back knee to the floor. Push off this front leg. And lift yourself up onto the knee and the front foot. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Turn that pelvis to vertical. Lift that head to the sky. Pushing this left knee down into the floor. Imagine you're pulling that back leg forwards and tense through the front of this back leg. Breathing in. Breathing out. Release the tension. Turn the toes over, so the 10 toes are down. Put the left knee hand into the sky. Breathing in. And on the out breath, push that left hand up, reaching, pushing that knee down, stretching through that side. Bring this left hand over the head, really pushing the left side away to the left and stretch. Breathing in, breathing out, release that hand, bring it down one side of this foot. Drop the bum backwards, straighten this front leg. Point those toes, flex that foot. Point the toes, swing those hands round towards the left, push the bum towards the right. Swing those hands around towards the right, drop the bum to the left. Bring those hands back either side of this foot. Glide yourself forward and stretch through that groin. Keeping that back knee on the floor. Stretching through the groin, stretching through that hip flexor. Release backwards. Walk this right foot across to the left hand. Hands on the floor, dropping this right knee down towards that right hand, left foot by the left hand. Lengthen that left leg behind you. Breathing in, pushing that chest forward, opening through the front of the body, breathing out. Good. And then lower down onto your elbows, push those hands away, pushing that foot away, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. On the out breath, walk those hands towards this front leg, one hand on either side, one hand on the knee, one hand on the foot. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back, lift that body up high. Use the leverage of your arms to lift that pelvis and get that body vertical. Breathing in. Breathing out, push those knees into the floor, take the hands off the leg. Hold those hands together behind the back, push those hands away. Breathing in. Breathing out, push those hands, lift them up. Breathing in, breathing out. And then release those hands, put them back on the leg and lower yourself all the way back down to the ground. Lower yourself all the way back down. Breathing in, breathing out, stretching through that hip. And then walk those hands back towards this front leg. One hand either side of the knee, one hand either side of the foot. Turn the back toes over, lift that back knee up. Lengthen through that hip. And then push the bum up into the air and put those feet next to each other again. Soften the knees. Tummy button to the thighs, armpits towards those toes. Breathing in. And on the out breath, push those knees backwards. Turn those knees outwards with those feet parallel. Feel the stretch through the back of the ankle. Rest on that right leg. Keep the right knee pointing to the right hand. Lift that left leg straight up into the sky. Bend that left knee. Drop that left foot behind. Lift that left knee up. Stretch, let the weight of that leg pull. So we stretch through that psoas muscle, through that front of that hip. And then swing that leg through between the hands. Slide that right leg backwards. Hold yourself here. Stretch through the groin. Pull the left knee out to the side, let the belly fall in between the leg. Push that chest forward, push that head away. Breathing in, breathing out. Lower that back knee to the floor, keeping the toes as they are, stretching through the ball of the base of the foot. And then pushing up onto that front leg, front knee on the knee, and then with this pelvis, turning the pelvis to vertical, bringing the crutch forward. And so your crutch, your pubic bone, tummy button, breastbone are in a vertical line. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back, and pull this back knee forward without moving it, creating tension against the mat. Breathing in. Breathing out, bring that right arm up into the sky, release the tension and lengthen through the front of that body. Pushing that right arm up, taking that right arm over the head, pushing it up and over, stretching through that right hand side, really reaching, breathing in, breathing out. Release that hand, bring it down to the floor, turn the back toes over, glide that body backwards. Straighten this front leg. Flex that foot, point that toe. Walk those hands to the right, swing that bum to the left, feel the stretch on that inner thigh. And then keeping the tummy down, walking those hands to the left, keeping that back as neutral as you can. Feel the stretch through the right. Bring those hands back to the middle. Glide yourself forwards again and feel that stretch through the groin. Pushing through the front of the back leg. Bending through that front hip, the front hip. And then walk this left foot to the right hand. Lower that left leg down to the floor, so the knees by the left hand. Holding onto this left foot, slide that right leg backwards and come down onto your elbows, trying to keep that shin bone across the mat. Doesn't matter if the foot slides back a bit. Pushing that right foot away. Breathing in, trying to get that tummy all the way down to the floor. Breathing out. Walk those hands back to this front leg, one hand on the foot, one hand on the knee. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Push that right leg away, using the tension from those arms. Push that body up to vertical. Breathing in, on the out breath, push those knees in the floor, take the hands away and hold them behind your back. Reaching those hands away, breathing in. Breathing out, lift those hands up higher, lift that chest up higher. Breathing in. Breathing out, lift those hands up higher, lift that chest up higher. And then release those hands, bring them on the floor and lower yourself all the way down to the ground again, using your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. So just edging a little bit further each time. Breathing in, breathing out. Walk those hands back to the mat, either side of his front leg. Turn that back toe over. Breathing in, rolling the shoulders up to the ear, back and down. Lift the back knee off the floor and come back up into that down dog position. Soften the knees. Push off those hands, tummy button down towards the thighs, armpit towards the toes. And then push off those heels into the ground, straightening those legs. Tailbone in the air, breathing in, breathing out. Lower those knees to the floor, come onto all fours. Turn those toes over, rolling those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Lengthening the head from the tailbone. Turn that tailbone down, lift that back up, bring the eyes to the knees. Turn that tailbone up, bring the eyes to the sky. Belly down. Bring that back into neutral, leading with the pelvis. Holding strong, roll those inside of the elbows forward and take that right leg straight out behind. Knee into the elbow. Out behind. Knee into the elbow. Out behind, clenching with the bum. Knee into the elbow, straighten and lengthen, hold it there. Bend that knee, push the foot to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing it under the leg, take it out to the side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that up to the sky. Push the heel up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing under, bring the knee to the elbow, out straight, clench. Knee to the elbow, out straight. Knee to the elbow, out straight. One more, out straight, bring it down next to the other leg. Weight onto that right side. Take that left leg out straight. Knee to the elbow and out. Bring that knee in and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. Hold it there. Bend that leg. Push the foot to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hang the leg underneath, take it out to the side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that leg back out straight. Foot to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then knee to the elbow and out. In and out. In and out. 2 more. 1 more. Keeping that body really still. Bring that knee down by your side so your torso stays still. Glide that body backwards. Push those hands forward. Stretch through that bum. Breathing in. Breathing out. Walk those hands to the left-hand side of the mat and drop the bum to the right. And then walk those hands to the right-hand side of the mat and drop the bum left. Bring those hands back to the center. Come up onto all fours. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. With the weight on that right hand, turn the left hand palm up and slide it through under the body. Looking through under that arm, breathing in. And on the out breath, push off that right hand, bring that left hand all the way up into the sky, opening that chest. And swinging that hand all the way through again. And push off that right hand, come back onto all fours. Bring that right hand palm up, slide that through under that left arm. Looking through, breathing in. On the out breath, push off that left hand, bring that right arm all the way up into the sky. Bring that right arm all the way down and through. Reaching, stretching. And then bring that right arm all the way up into the sky. And back next to that other hand. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back, lengthening that body. Walk those knees forward so that you're sitting on the ground, legs out in front. Holding under those thighs, rolling those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Holding under those thighs, pulling yourself forward onto your front bottom. Holding onto the top of those knees, pushing that right leg down, push that left leg down. Roll those shoulders all the way around, take the arms with them. Rolling all the way around, dusting the floor, bring them all the way up. Releasing them, bringing them all the way down, dusting the floor, hands up above your head, breathing in. Breathing out, push those arms all the way up into the sky. Take the eyes up to follow. Push those knees down, pull yourself forward onto your front bottom. Release those arms. Rest the hands on your legs and roll your shoulders. Well done, everybody.